Events 2026.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a movement that's completely rethinking the future of Africa's most populous nation. We're talking about X Events 2026 and how it's actively working to turn Nigeria's massive demographic boom from a looming crisis into an absolute, unprecedented opportunity. It's a total systemic shift, moving away from just waiting around for the future and instead intentionally designing it. To kick things off, let's reflect on the core philosophy here. It's simple, but man, is it profound. Great futures are not found, they are built. The whole idea is that young people shouldn't just be passive observers of tomorrow. They have the raw ambition to build it themselves, provided they're actually equipped to do so.
Okay, let's dive into the sheer scale of this opportunity. 242 million people. That staggering number represents immense potential. It's literally a massive reservoir of human capital, ambition, and creativity that could completely redefine the continent's economic landscape.
And here's where we see the immediate stakes. An incredible 41% of that massive population is under the age of 15. Let that sink in. We're talking about a whole generation that is, right this second, forming its worldview, its ambitions, and its understanding of what's actually possible. So, with a median age of just 17.8 years and an annual population growth of 5 million, we are looking at a youth bulge that absolutely demands immediate, structured intervention. Think about it. If these young folks get access to education, networks, and opportunities, it becomes a massive demographic advantage. But if they don't, well, it becomes a crisis of lost potential. The clock is ticking, and the scale is just massive. Which brings us to our first major hurdle, the tragic gap, where we see talent existing without opportunity. The crucial point here is the stark contrast. While youth in developed nations typically have access to clear pathways, mentorship networks, and capital, millions of highly talented young Nigerians are blocked by deep systemic barriers. We're looking at broken networks, no clear career pathways, and limited access to quality education. The real tragedy? It isn't a lack of effort or ambition. It's just a lack of a supporting ecosystem. They don't need charity. They just need the same kind of access that helps youth everywhere else thrive.
This leads us directly to the intervention, the X Events Catalyst.
So what is X Events 2026? Well, it's not just some 3-day gathering. It's a platform, a fully scalable ecosystem designed to transform passive observers into intentional builders of their nation. Operating under the theme Becoming Architects of Tomorrow, this movement steps in to provide exactly those missing pieces we just talked about, helping youth discover their potential, build real businesses, and embrace leadership. What's really interesting is the highly intentional structure of the movement. It's built on these core pillars designed to dismantle specific barriers. You've got mindset conversations to shift perspectives, leadership sessions, and innovation showcases to attract investment. They even weave in cultural experiences and community activations backed by strategic partnerships. It's a completely holistic approach to ensuring talent finally meets opportunity.
Now, let's ground this lofty vision in reality and look at the proof of transformation.
From just a spark to a fully validated model, the 2025 event successfully delivered a multi-dimensional experience. Just look at the impact. Over 300 participants, more than 40 micro, small, and medium enterprises showcased, alongside dozens of volunteers and performers. It proved that blending empowerment, exhibition, and entertainment creates actual, tangible momentum. The model works, plain and simple. Let's actually listen to the voices behind this transformation. Take Chioma, an entrepreneur. She arrived struggling to build a network. But by tapping into this ecosystem, she didn't just get advice. She met 3 investors and secured 2 million naira in seed funding. As she puts it, X Events didn't just give her an opportunity, it gave her a community. That is a real game changer. Then there's Tunde, a tech professional whose life completely shifted. He went from feeling entirely stuck in his career to finding new doors opening through the targeted leadership sessions and networking. Today, he's actively leading a tech innovation team at a major institution. That's the power of having a clear pathway. And Zainab, a social innovator, perfectly demonstrates the ripple effect of this whole ecosystem. She took the mentorship and partnerships she found at X Events and turned her ideas into a project that's already reached over 500 people in her community. When you empower one young person with access, they just inherently build up the community around them. It spreads like wildfire. Moving on, let's explore exactly how they're scaling the movement. Because this isn't just a one-off event, right? It's a long-term investment. In 2026, the goal scales up to reach over 1,000 young people and showcase over 100 businesses. But looking toward 2027 and beyond, the vision gets massive, establishing regional chapters and dedicated investment funds. The ultimate big-picture goal is transforming Nigeria with millions of empowered youth driving a thriving ecosystem. Now, transparency builds trust, and here we can clearly see how every single naira translates directly into tangible opportunities. And it's incredibly accessible. Just 5,000 naira allows one young person to attend. 50,000 enables an entrepreneur to meet investors. 100,000 sponsors an entire mentorship cohort. It takes this monumental task of national transformation and breaks it down into actionable, bite-sized investments. A quick look at their 23.39 million naira budget allocation shows real strategic precision. With the bulk going to publicity, media, and logistics, the goal is crystal clear. Maximize the reach, amplify the vision, and support a premium, truly transformational experience for thousands of participants. Which brings us to our final and most important section, becoming the architects of tomorrow. Meaningful change is rarely built by one organization alone. Whether you're a business, an educational institution, a media partner, or a professional mentor, there are countless concrete ways for you to get involved. A financial contribution creates access. A media partner amplifies the story. A professional sharing their knowledge or simply making a strategic introduction can literally open a door that changes a young person's entire trajectory. So it's not just about asking what the next generation will become. The really provocative question that we must all answer right now is, what are we willing to contribute to help them get there? Are we willing to provide the access, the resources, and the belief they need to actually turn all that raw potential into real progress? The raw potential is already there in millions of young Nigerians. The ambition exists, the ideas are just waiting to be unleashed. But the future needs people who are willing to participate in building it rather than just observing from the sidelines. So the ultimate question this movement poses to organizations, mentors, and sponsors is simple. Will you step up and help build this opportunity? I want to leave you with this final thought. The future isn't something you wait for, it's something you design. Take action, get involved, and answer the call. Learn, connect, grow, lead. Together, let's build a whole new Nigeria. The blueprint is ready. The only question is, will your name be on it?